Is this thing on?
Yes, it is on this week. It is on like Donkey Kong, as one would say.
Playing.
I don't know.
Nice. Such a bedroom
my
voice
seductive
going on.
voice. Hey everyone, welcome to UCL Live. We are here today with the usual suspects. It's a reg show today. Again, we've got Jeffrey Emmett, Mr. Jeffrey Emmett. How is Mr. Jeffrey Emmett?
You know, it's been a long week. I went out last weekend to the hole in the wall down here, and they smoke inside, and it was a real rude experience. I couldn't breathe. It was a honky tonk, and like my eyes were watering. It wasn't cute. I had to burn all the clothes I was wearing.
Jeff, are you trying to tell us it's been a long time since your insides have smoked and your eyes have watered?
Like that? Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh, that was too funny. I couldn't get it out.
It was funny in here.
The kids are a little upset because I bought myself a Nintendo Switch and not them. And they came today and they're like, thank you. And I'm like, it's not for you.
Okay.
It's not for you.
Oh, honey, no.
You're so
it's not.
mean.
No,
It's
I'm
not
like,
for
you.
we already did that. The Easter Bunny bought you one a few years ago. Where is it now?
That bunny's unreliable. So, speaking of things that are unreliable, how's the tooth fairy crisis gone at your place?
Unreliable. Thanks, guys.
Unreliable tooth fairy. We had that conversation when we had a tooth fairy thing.
We did. The tooth fairy's doling out fives apparently. Gonna have to have a talk with this bitch because I can't keep going with the $5 a tooth thing.
Katie, just give them Amazon credit.
It wasn't me. It was
COVID.
Kyle. Listen,
Amazon credit.
Was Kyle. So what had happened was.
Oh, okay, give me the full story.
I was hanging out with two of my favorites, talking about my favorite topic, which was horror movies.
Which is a surprise we can't tell you about at the moment.
I just dropped the only hint you're going to get.
Yeah, girl.
And my child walks in and shows me a tooth. And I said, "Oh, you lost a tooth. Guess you better, go upstairs and put that under your pillow." So he goes upstairs and I look at Kyle. I don't have any cash on me. So he walks down to the gas station, breaks a 20, and he goes, "I'm going to give him a 5. I'm like, "Are you out of your mind? Why are you setting the standard?"
Should have gave him packing gum or something.
So we have another child, He's
saved that one. He's just got his teeth. He's not going to lose them yet.
Fairies are a big combination.
I know, but
my friend's husband was a little tipsy and the tooth fairy left a 20.
I'm just saying, if we're setting 5s out for Grayson, what are we gonna do for Arlo? It's like inflation's gonna be like 10. Come on.
Well, I think I probably could have 5. So like inflation now, it should be really like 27.
I don't have that kind of cash.
That's why the tooth fairy leaves Amazon credit and they can rent a movie. Not even enough to buy one. They can just rent a movie on Amazon.
I'm so old. I got a quarter.
That's great. And I am also fully vaccinated. As of this week,
Ooh.
I have reached peak immunization, I think is what it is. It's been 2 weeks since my shot.
2 weeks since your second? Or
I had the Johnson & Johnson shot. I got my shot at 2:30 in the morning with my dad. Now that was quite the bonding experience. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
the family that inoculates together.
Exactly. So
survives the zombie apocalypse together.
So New York State was doing I don't know if it was all over state, but at least here in central New York, they were doing a 24-hour vaccine clinic with the Johnson & Johnson shot.
Everyone must go.
No, they had like 3 or 4 days of 24-hour clinic, and people were going in the middle of the night. People were driving in from Rochester and Buffalo to get to the state fairgrounds.
Yep. So my dad and I thought we were so smart. We said, middle of the night. Not many people will want to go in the middle of the night. It was packed. It was packed. And there weren't as many people, giving the shots because it's 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, some of my friends who are working the clinics are working 12 and 15-hour shifts.
You've joined an illustrious club, Katie, because we haven't really even spoken to her yet. But here's the vaccine queen, Vera herself. Tell us everything. Tell us everything about what you're about to say.
It's Thursday. Been a rough
This
week
is
for
correct.
me too. I did not get drunk or go to a bar, but because
Aw.
you can't in New York State.
No.
But we had a medical mutiny. The nurse practitioners almost took out the docs, and the lowly nurses are like, "Oh, we were uninvited."
I mean, Vera, you could go out and get drunk. You're just gonna have to do it quickly because it closes at 11.
I'm not ready to party till 10.
Wait, I want to know. Fuck that. They came. They're trying to get me to go out at 9:30. I'm like, bitches. I thought we were gonna go out at 6 and be home by now. Like, I'm not. My aunt's like, you're 37, and I'm like, bitch, I don't care. I did this in my 20s. I'm good.
Vera and I are
in my
going to be
20s. I did it in my 30s, and I did it in my 40s.
Yeah.
Vera and I are just going to get drunk at 5 o'clock and just like hit the live button on the Facebook page. Hey guys!
Well, I can do that. As of Monday, I can do that here because our COVID restrictions are. As of Monday, we're allowed to sing. We're allowed to sing. We're allowed to dance. We're allowed to be merry. We're allowed to go to the theater. We're allowed to have weddings and people come to your house and all that kind of fun stuff.
So orgies are back?
Hey, we're allowed to have people come to our house as long as they're vaccinated.
Do you know what we have to? We have to say. It looks like we'll have to sadly say goodbye to no roomies for COVID.
Why are we sad to say goodbye to that?
I forgot about that hashtag. Oh my god. Oh no. I'm gonna make a new one. No roomies for anyone.
Oh, come on.
Get out. Just get the fuck out.
Sometimes it's your birthday, but come on.
I don't want that for my birthday. No.
That is the audition. You want to talk about dating? You better lick my ass and do it right the first time, or you got to go.
And on that note,
7 minutes.
Let's talk about this week.
Hot load of hot topics.
COVID to ass licking. You know, that's the way. We like it. So anyway, the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine is 100% effective against severe disease and hospitalization, a new US trial shows. So, Katie, you're a Johnson & Johnson's girl. Mm-hmm. Vera, what did you get?
I was the Pfizer.
The Pfizer, so no one's got AstraZeneca.
It hasn't been completely approved yet.
Yeah, not in the US.
They were using old data.
And so they had like 10 days to get new data.
I'd give it a risk.
Yeah, so it's not even 100%.
Well, you're in a country with no infection rate.
67%.
Wait, Queens. There was a news bulletin just as we went live that said Queensland have just reinstated restrictions because there's been some cases.
That's what
it's
you
like
get.
On again, off again.
That's what you get for rubbing it in.
It's like a teenager with a boner. That one. On again, off again, on again, off again.
What? Is Luke like being a whore again?
Well, speaking of.
Oh, be nice to my sweetie. Hi, baby.
And
I caught some of that, so I've had AstraZeneca, and I've had my first shot last Friday.
Yay!
Felt a bit vague a couple of days later, but when haven't I been vague anyway?
Is that the vaccine or the bleach?
What was that?
What was that? That's
Vera attending Katie Underwood's therapy.
Speaking of Katie, where is that Katie?
Katie, that music. It was a little video.
She heard the other Katie.
Katie Underwood is busy healing folks through sound today, but we're hoping she'll be back next week because it's going to be fun next week, guys.
Well, we're going to change it to like KDM and KDU, aren't we?
Do you know what next week is, everyone?
Spring break.
Good Friday.
No.
April Fools.
All of those things, but it's also the 1-year anniversary of us being a video podcast.
The reboot.
Jeff.
We made it a fucking year, Luke. Can you believe it?
I know. What's going on? And it's actually gotten better. I thought like by this point we'd all be dead.
Well, it's like
Let me
the first time
upgrade.
around, within the first 12 months, we lost some folks too. It's just how it
Well,
goes.
you know, you gotta.
Well,
Give it
they
up
were
for
wheels that
Jeffrey,
were
who's
already
never
coming off the
quit on
wagon.
This project.
Hashtag who remembers when Jeff approaches you about hey, you maybe want to do a show again?
Yeah.
So, hey, I have this idea for a show. Different people of different generations and backgrounds.
We're gonna play this game. Hey,
Jeff.
I need a guest on the show today. Like, okay, no worries. 2 weeks later,
it started. No,
I
it was.
sent Jeff
I
a
need you to
message.
do a Freddy Krueger
I
voiceover.
was Freddy
now.
Krueger.
Together.
And no, I did the psychic voiceover too. The psychic
you
voiceover
did?
too. I did.
Vera.
Was that Paul?
Yeah, I did that, and then I randomly showed up one day, and everyone was like, "Who is this bitch?" And now, hello, I am the bitch. Anyway,
they were trying to recast
you
me.
are a Nazi.
I was Jeff 2.0. This is what we said last week. I'm like Jeff and Luke's love child. It's the worst parts of both of them combined, but with like a power complex. Speaking of power complex, yeah. Speaking of power complex, there's a double mutant strain of COVID being found in India. Yay!
Come at me, bitch. I'm vaccinated.
Hurrah!
Yeah, girl.
We all gonna die. And you know what's gonna happen then? You know what's gonna happen next? We're all gonna end up in Raccoon City.
Yes. I am so pumped for this. I am ready. So ready.
Listen,
It feels strange. It feels strange that movies are going to come out again. September 3rd, we are getting the Resident Evil remake.
It has been so long since I visited Raccoon City, and I am ready for it.
Look, I like the old series of films, but I don't feel that they were very loyal to the source material.
Trash.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. And you know what? If we're going to compare, might have to save this for a uncensored horror. But if we're going to say, what video game franchise was more loyal to the actual video game, I'm going to say Silent Hill, and y'all could suck it.
I didn't even watch the
I don't
movie,
know
so
her.
I can't comment.
Yeah, you might as well just
Steve, back me up.
It was, but it wasn't popular. So I just in movie world, there's a lot going down because Disney announced during the week that Black Widow is going straight to Disney Plus Premium at the same day that it goes to cinemas, which worked well here, but that's a big ass move on Disney's point because it's the first MCU property that movie property that is going straight to home release, and as soon as it's up, it's going to be ready to be downloaded. So. Is that a great idea?
Price sucks. They need to do something because I'm losing my ass.
Well, that last one they did, that Raya and the Last Dragon, was a flop, apparently. So I'm surprised.
I bought it.
I'm sure you did, and I'm sure a lot of people did, but by Disney standards, it was a flop.
Because they need the box office. Because once it's digital, it's pirated, and you can download it for free.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to pay $30 to watch it once.
Mulan was pirated too.
Mulan was available days before it actually got its Disney Plus release.
Well,
so
most movies are, but here's the thing: I'm not saying I did, but if I did, maybe watch a certain Terminator movie that came out, and I wanted to go to the theater, but I was a little sick. I just bought tickets on Fandango, and never went because I figured that makes up for me watching it online, right?
Alleged piracy.
I have not did the premium on Disney Plus. However, I have been enjoying all the releases on HBO Max. That has been lovely.
That's ending as well. They said there was a report this week saying that as of next year, everything's going back to cinemas. So that HBO Max deal is for a limited time only, but that's fine.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I want to go back to a theater, so I'm fine.
I think it should be back in theaters.
To go back to a theater.
I'm ready, especially a morning theater where no one's around.
Yeah,
it's a horror movie, and I can sit there by myself, and no one talks to me.
Yes, I'm really disappointed that I'm going to have to be watching, Godzilla and King Kong at home
Oh, it's out this week
Oh, I
here.
thought
Yeah,
it's gonna
true.
be out in
It's next
theaters.
week. Yep.
No, it's
I'm
out
not
here.
going
It was out. Oh, there was a premiere thingy last night here in Australia.
I'm not going into a theater just yet. Not yet.
Now
I'm not.
You've got C.
I
C
know, but
units.
I know, but Kyle's not fully vaccinated yet, and I got to think about the kids, and I'm not ready yet.
Well, there's one movie you don't want to take the kids to see, but I'm a little bit excited about this one. It took me a minute, but there's going to be a direct sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Listen, this is important news. Go ahead.
Yes.
Honey.
So Marilyn Burns, the character of Sally, the survivor from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is being brought back to face Leatherface one more time. Marilyn Burns passed away in 2014, so there is a new actress, Alwyn. I don't want to say her last name because I'll murder it, but
Owen
she
Valere.
yeah,
Where?
it's
I just made it up.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
are.
but it's not the original chick, so who cares? Like, it's fucked up. The original chick's dead.
But they're trying to cash in on that sweet Halloween.
Yeah, but
box
what are you
office.
cashing in on? The original actress is in here. Like, it's
Listen,
somebody else.
Us horror
Who are
nerds,
these
we
eight
love
people
a
in
final
the
girl.
universe?
We love a final girl, and we love a comeback.
I do
So
But how
we're
would you
cashing
feel?
in.
I want the
Steve
final
and
girl.
Katie, how would you feel if they recast like Ginny from Friday the 13th?
Oh, fuck that.
I love Amy Steele.
Yeah, there you go, see? There you go.
Now, we need to talk about something that there hasn't been a recast on, and I'm super excited. If you've got Disney Plus, it's happening today here, tomorrow over there.
Oh,
The
I don't
fucking
care about this.
ducks are
You
back.
and your ducks.
I just don't care about this. Oh, and I don't care about Black Widow. I didn't get
But
to
a
say
lot of
that,
people
sorry.
do.
Oh, I do care about Black Widow. I mean,
Quack, quack, motherfucker.
Yeah, but you know what? They don't have the fat guy in there. They didn't ask him to be back because he's an addict.
No, I'm sure. If they,
Wait.
to,
Wasn't Keenan
Is he
Thompson
dead
in
too?
this?
I'm thinking. All right, I'm thinking
I
what
think he
they're
was.
trying to do is like with what's his facey.
Emilio!
What's his facey? No, Punky Brewster. They might be trying to hold off in hopes of a second season and go, or we'll aim for Joshua Jackson and whatnot in season 2. Kind of like Cobra Kai. Like
Okay.
they don't want to
All
blow
right,
their
all
wad
right.
on their
They just want to see if the guy stays sober, which I think is fucked up considering what Disney does to their child actors.
Well, yeah, look, we went into that last week. But it also happens to adult actors. Look at Sharon Stone. Well, that's the problem. We all had to look at Sharon
did.
Stone.
Wasn't I just reading about Sean Young saying the same thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
Sean
sure.
Young is a bitch, though. She deserves everything she got from Charlie
Ooh.
Okay, I wrote this article. Should I read it?
That's not
Go,
nice.
Lukey.
Okay,
I'm
so
looking.
Sharon Stone speaks about being pressured to sleep with a co-star. Screen Goddess Sharon Stone is saying Me Too and has come out swinging against Hollywood predators in her explosive memoir. Although Stone praised some film, it's on my phone, it's really small, film execs and co-stars, especially her Basic Instinct leading man Michael Douglas, Stone said one producer had pressured her to have actual sex with a male co-star on an unnamed movie in an effort to save the failing film. In her bombshell book, Sharon recounts how she once had a producer bring me to his office, so more or less he said to sleep with this guy. Now, everyone's speculating it's actually the movie Sliver. That's like all the comments on this stuff. It's
They
like,
think it's
Sliver.
what?
It's Sliver. The movie Sliver that she was in.
Sliver?
Which was
Yeah,
Basic
and apparently-
Instinct's rip-off.
And
Okay.
like the guy that was in it is,
I don't know her.
think he's deceased now. I think.
I'm looking it up.
But
Hold
that's
on.
who they were all saying who it was.
I'm
But
She
she's
was
never.
on,
She won't name them. She won't name
It's okay.
anyone, but she just said
She
that's
was
what
on-
happened.
We're gonna play the allegedly game. Hold on.
And Colbert was trying to figure it out, but he didn't.
Wait till she gets pissed off. Like she will. She has the tendency to run her mouth.
Was it Billy Baldwin?
No, it wasn't the Baldwin.
He's alive.
It was the other guy.
His career's just dead.
No, I mean, did they pressure him to sleep with Billy Baldwin?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
Billy.
do you know who I would have slept with back in the day?
Tom
All right, so
Berenger?
Was it
we're
Martin
all in.
Landau?
Wasn't Billy hot then?
No, well, do you remember
Oh,
the movie
really?
Three Way
Only Alec was
or
hot.
Threesome
Yes, I
with
do.
Stephen Baldwin?
Yes.
There's way
That
too
was a
many
little bit
Baldwins.
sexy. That was
Can
a little
we
bit
just talk
sexy
about
back
that?
in the day, kids.
Way
Threesome
too
it was
many
called, wasn't
Baldwins.
it? Threesome.
3
I had Lara Flynn Boyle in it, right? Was it
I'm
Lara
looking
Flynn
this up
Boyle?
I think
Hold
it
on.
did.
Lara
Oh.
Flynn Boyle, Stephen Baldwin, and random guy, and they had sex together. But M15 plus sex. So it's
Naughty
just
climbing
I was
over the
gonna
fence
say.
together.
touching naked bum sex.
Charles, who are these people?
It's crazy.
The only-
yeah.
Making bums.
Is that the
Katie's
one
really-
where they have,
Katie,
like, the red
you can
car
come back
and they're
next week
banging
with-
on it?
With who he is.
So stay tuned for the revelation of we can't work Internet Movie Database properly.
The only actress I know is Alexis Arquette. Who are
And
these
that's
fucking
dead.
people? That's not.
All right, now,
She's dead.
She's
She's dead.
Yeah.
dead.
now,
She's dead.
speaking of
Yes,
things that should be dead.
That's mean.
We
Oh, it's not
can't do
working.
these segues. This is terrible.
Oh
I
no,
know.
no,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not. I
Billionaire Kylie Jenner is being
I will
torn
not sign
apart
off
for
on that.
promoting a GoFundMe for her makeup artist.
This
The
cheap fuck.
fundraiser was
She's
looking to raise money for the emergency
Dave, wait.
surgery.
She
You
could
meant
give
the
her-
the GoFundMe should be dead, right?
Did I?
No, fuck her.
I?
You could give that person $1
Did I?
million and not.
She donated $5,000 basically because
She's
but, like,
a
hold on,
billionaire.
she had
it in her
She's a
pocket.
There is more to the
billionaire.
story,
Fuck
actually.
You, Kylie
So
Jenner.
hold on, there's more to the story. I did a little follow-up research on this one.
allegedly.
So this is not her current makeup artist. Not that that matters, but it's not her current makeup artist. They were looking to raise $10,000, and the fundraiser was at $6,000. So she donated the $5,000 to get them to their goal.
She's
Not
a fucking
that-
billionaire.
Yeah, she could have paid the whole tab, but I'm saying
She's
it's
a
not as
fucking
nasty as it
But-
sounds.
And do you know what?
Why-
Do you know what she could have done? She could have done it and not said anything too.
Exactly.
I don't think she did
Oh,
say
my
anything. I think
friend,
they
I
just
love
saw
this
her
person.
name on it.
Are you
I'm not
looking-
sure.
Fuck
Are you looking at who it was and what family that comes from?
Oh, I know.
Okay, but if I have an ex-employee that maybe I don't particularly care for that is like fucked up and needs money, I'm not giving them money either.
Exactly.
Are
They
you
don't
ready for
mention it
this
at
one?
all.
Well, no, I don't think that's
Thank you.
Are you ready?
nice.
Anyway, you guys think I'm nasty. Oh my god. But anyway, yeah, she-
Hey,
Mean
listen,
girls.
fuck
Mean
you.
girls.
We're mean girls, and you can't sit at our table with us anyway, so we don't give a fuck.
All right, gotta go. Love ya.
Whose table is it now? Anyway.
Love you. Hate you. Wiener.
Speaking of nasty mean girls, Abby Lee Miller is trying to eat Britney Spears or something. No,
No, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go on this. Let's do this. Let's do it.
I'm bad girls club today. I'm sorry. I don't know
Oh my
why.
God, think
I'm
I'm
ready. Let's do
drinking
this.
anything.
So Abby Lee, Britney's been, for those of you that don't follow Britney on Insta, do yourself
She's having
Hashtag
a breakdown.
Free Britney.
do
doing
yourself,
breakdancing.
do yourself a favor and follow Britney Spears spinning in circles. It's the best thing you'll see.
Are you ready for this
Abby
one?
Abby Lee Miller. Yeah, well, look, there could be some plagiarism claims laid there as well. But Abby Lee Miller has commented on one of her videos saying to close her rib cage, which is like a dance terminology
Oh,
thing.
okay.
And now people are like, "Oh no, oh you don't come for Britney." Like, has Abby been like under a rock?
Abby Lee Miller is like the queen of ethics and
I have a few questions here.
dignity. Come on.
Maybe
Wait,
you guys
I
can
want
answer. it
Jeff
for
to
me.
go first because I know Jeff's going to be really mean about Abby. I want to hear what you've got to say.
I don't know the
I don't know
fat bitch.
her.
I don't.
Okay, can
How
I
do you-
go now?
Go, Katie.
As a former fan of Dance Moms, I have a few questions here. Number one, did Abby ever actually dance, or is she just some bossy bitch that just like lets other people choreograph her
She
stuff?
used to dance. Now she's
Okay.
crippled, so she can't
Well,
now.
excuse me, if you were really a fan of Dance Mums, you would know that she danced at her mother's studio and then she took over the studio. She started teaching when she was 16 at her mother's studio and then she took over.
So she
Okay.
just bought a business and acted like she was hot.
No, she didn't buy it.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure she would have just got handed to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
thank you.
But she is a good teacher.
I'm not.
You
no,
can't
she's
deny it.
not. No,
I
she's
can't
not.
deny that she gets results.
She
but
turns
it's a-
out good dancers. I'm sorry.
It's a very
She's
old.
not teaching them. She's not.
She
does.
looked like
She
she
does
was
not.
smuggling cottage cheese in her britches on that show.
Number 2.
Jesus.
Number 2.
Look, the product that she turns out is good, but it is
Trash.
very, very indicative of an older style of teaching, which is not
Trash.
socially acceptable anymore.
But it's inconsistent because you have Maddie Ziegler, or however you pronounce her name, and then you have that JoJo Swiller or whatever. And
Yeah,
JoJo could dance,
who's
though.
got more money?
She wasn't a
Well,
good
that's
dancer,
me.
though.
Yes, she is.
He could
JoJo's a
dance.
great
He could
dancer.
dance.
JoJo's a
That-
great dancer.
That bitch with the ponytail. The fucking
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did not think she was better than Maddie.
She's
No,
lesbian
she's not
now.
better than Maddie. She's like Maddie was very like Maddie had a gift. She was more
Do you know,
technical.
and you know what her gift
precise.
is? Do you know what her gift is? She used her
Starring in
gift.
Sia videos.
She made money on
She's her gift
YouTube.
to make fun of autistic people. So boom, there we go.
Yeah.
Speaking of
This show's
controversial
really
things,
mean.
Oh, yeah.
Really
we've
mean.
got
Look at poor
Austra- we've
Vera.
got- we've got Australian controversy. Now, you guys won't get it here in America, but we have a very yummy ice cream here
We have
called a
those.
golden.
We have
Yeah.
that, but it's not called Golden Gay Time. But we. Do
I would
have
like it better if it was called Golden Gay Time.
It's good humor.
And do you know what I
the same
say to
thing.
that? I
Yeah.
say everyone deserves to have at least one gay time because you've got to figure out if you like the taste or not.
Oh, we always have a gay old time here on Uncensored Radio.
I love it.
We do, but why is Luke wearing a safety vest? Is he directing traffic later? He's trying to save this
No.
car crash of a show. That's what he's trying to do.
No, okay, so I'm actually at work and they've been very kind letting me use my lunch break to do the show. And this is just part of what we're going
Really?
to wear to identify to other hospital staff that we are jabbing.
They're letting you, or they don't know.
They let me. They're kind.
Mhm.
They're
It's
aware.
your lunch break. You should be able to do.
I'm not
whatever
getting
you
sacked for
want
this, but
on
I
your
don't
lunch
talk about
break.
where I work, remember?
Right.
There is
Let's be-
kindness in the world, guys.
I
There's
won't do it, I
kindness
won't
and
do
there
it.
is good things in the world. And we've
It's
got to
just not
remember
in this
that.
chat room.
So back to,
No, but it's
Abby
about-
Lee.
Night.
It's about to be in this show because, guys, guess what?
Oh,
Kermit's going into the Library of Congress.
what?
Who's
With his
retiring
abusive
Kermit?
pig.
Rainbow Connection is being
Oh.
inducted into the Library of Congress, so it's going to be
It
saved
needs to
forever
happen.
and ever and ever. And if
Oh.
you don't get a little bit misty-eyed around Rainbow Connection,
Nope.
then there's something dead in your soul.
I've
Same
been dead.
for me,
I'm
who's
dead
got a
inside.
dead
You know
soul.
this.
Absolutely. Rainbow
Right?
Connection.
If
Yeah.
if it gets you in the right time
Feel
like this,
nothing.
You know,
Feel
I'm
nothing.
such a Muppet wuss. I can cry at the Muppets Danny Boy.
oh god,
Listen, I tried getting Gabe. He'd watched it when he was a little younger, but he hasn't watched it in probably a year or two. So I tried getting him to watch the Muppet movie like a month ago, and I was like, Gabe, this was Daddy's favorite movie when he was a kid. He whips his head around. He's like, well, it's not my favorite, Daddy.
Gabe's so sassy. He's,
I'm
I
like-
gotta know how Gabe got a British accent.
he's
From
been hanging out with Buffy.
Maybe from Buffy. Because they were learning to talk. Buffy has like this weird hybrid of
Yeah,
American.
she sounds British.
and
She doesn't
Australian.
sound. Yeah, she sounds British.
Yeah,
But also,
and they were like little together.
But also,
Daddy.
Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation has been also put into the Library of Congress, so we
That
will
is-
all know what's going on with Janet for the rest of the.
That hits me harder than Rainbow Connection, man.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Political
Rainbow
statement.
Connection is so beautiful. And actually, speaking of Buffy, she sings it, and it's so cute because she always does the
Rainbow
lovers, the
Connection.
dreamers, and me, and she tries to
that's
get that
my
little
favorite
hideout.
part.
I'm like,
Cute.
"Oh."
I thought
like,
you were
oh.
talking about Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation, and I'm like, I can
No.
see him dressing her up in like the
Yeah.
black outfit.
Little Buffy, they go, people of the world today, are we looking for a better way of life? Sing!
Buffy got her a headset. She can
She's
use
doing
mine from
dance
the show.
lessons now. I'm sure I could get that out of her. I'm sure, like,
Oh, do you actually know the
Cool.
choreography?
yeah,
Oh,
girl.
Oh, of
you're
course he
teaching-
does.
Yeah, girl. I'm
Of
all
course he
about it.
does.
All right. Speaking of feeling old, this week,
Oh, that hits me.
30 years
So-
ago, Clarissa Explains It all debuted this week. Oh,
I didn't even see this post.
my age.
God.
Pay
My
attention.
agent
'Cause I wrote
favorite
this article.
No.
But here's the good news, kids. We're all younger than her.
And me.
Oh, sorry, Vera.
Well, she's rich. She's richer than us all combined. So
I don't know. I mean, that last
More
show was
fool.
on like ABC Family with Joey Lawrence.
Right, right.
he
Yeah,
was
and it
having
did
hair
really
plugs.
well. It had multiple seasons.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
hair
I
plug
think it's
probably she
weird.
wasn't getting paid like that. Maybe $30,000 an episode.
It's more than
Still
you're
think,
making.
Oh,
$30,000
honey.
yeah,
more than I've got.
$30,000 an episode ain't money I'd sneeze at.
Yeah, I wouldn't sneeze at that either.
13
I love how
episodes,
Jeff
that's
just
a
throws
chunk
that
of
figure out
change.
there.
That's a chunk
Like
of
he
change.
has absolutely
Anyways.
no idea what she was paid. He just
Actually,
throws that out
bitch,
there.
I pay attention to what Hollywood celebrities like because I like to know if they're broken lying about their money. I'm
Jeff,
nosy.
Jeff needs to know who's to make friends with. If whoever makes
Listen,
it.
Who's
Hey, Vera.
the, who's the
things-
poorest Power Ranger, Jeff? Tell me.
I don't.
Off
I'm
air.
My
We'll-
connection is real bad. I didn't
So,
hear the
anyways,
question.
Clarissa Explains It All was like my favorite show. I mean,
Luke loved it
No,
too.
no,
didn't you,
no,
Luke?
no, no.
can we all agree
Yeah, that
Sam
was
was
my
a
first
thirst
crush.
trap? Right?
Yeah, he was my first little crush when I was little. I was like, oh, maybe I'm not normal.
We already know you have terrible taste. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, Sam was a thirst trap. He was beautiful. I mean,
I
I'd let him.
wanted David Lancaster from Hey Dude.
We need to find him now, though. Did we find him, Katie? What he looks like as an adult?
I'm on it.
That's not
Right.
him. The photo that shows up that he's like
I'm
all
on it.
hot. it's
Yeah,
not
didn't
him.
we do this? I think Luke, we
Yes.
did this. And it wasn't him.
Luke, is
No,
that
that-
for
that
you?
was
You
here.
got a cold one coming in?
I
No,
got
that was
good
here.
I'm gonna
humor
pick
ice
my
cream.
ear out.
I have a good
So
humor.
the one
ice
of him
cream.
in the blue blazer, that ain't him? Is that what
No,
we're saying?
the one that's like a hot
maybe.
guy. It's
You got to send it to Steve so he can flash it up because I can't do it right now. Yeah, that's him, I think. Yeah.
That is him. Yeah.
Here, I'll
Yeah,
send it
I'll
to you. Yeah,
he's okay.
Yeah, he's
he
still a
meets the
thirst
grade.
trap. He's okay.
Look at Jeff.
I'd let
Look.
him come to my window.
Oh, I don't know where
Okay,
that was
Jeff.
going then.
Come to my window.
Listen,
Listen,
Etheridge,
I
calm
was
down. We don't have
watching
money to play
Melrose
that.
Place, Dynasty, Dallas, Knots Landing, General Hospital. I wasn't.
You can
watching,
watch both. You can watch both. I
just
watched
giving it-
Clarissa.
It wasn't as entertaining. Like if it was on like Brothers, you know, like it was there, so I saw it, and I mean, it's it's nostalgic because it was a part of my childhood. But I was more
Jeff,
of a
you just
Dallas
have to.
kid.
You just had to be like more eclectic. See, you could watch Snick on Saturday nights, but here on
Oh.
Tuesdays, we used to have Tuesday nights a bitch. So it was Beverly Hills into Melrose Place. Work.
We had what I think it was 90210 and Party
And then
of Five were on
Paradise
the same
Island.
night.
Whatever
And we
it
had
was called.
Melrose Place and Ally McBeal together.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
There's a show.
It's called the I'm Hungry Hour.
You know the funniest thing?
That's bad.
Steve, do you remember on the Australian sketch show with the Kath and Kim girls, fast forward, whenever they would do Ally McBeal and she'd just be coming in like just a blonde wig and it was just a skeleton.
You can get
So
away with it these
mean,
days.
so mean.
That's
Dude,
so mean.
the
They were
episode-
horrible.
Girl.
They didn't
Where-
care though.
Rip
We didn't
on
have political
Andy
correctness
Miller,
then.
But you can't rip on.
Yeah, because fat
Clarissa,
people, we
what's her
did it
name?
to ourselves.
Blackheart.
Skinny people are all they do to themselves too. So fuck
Just a
them
bunch
too,
of
I
mean
guess.
girls in here.
You're right,
You are
Vera.
just mean
But
girls.
the episode where Peter
Let's-
McNichol has the frog and Portia de Rossi fucking kills that bitch in the bathroom, and he's like stuttering and everything. Oh my god, I've never laughed so hard watching a TV show in my life.
See, I never really liked Ally McBeal
He
either.
was so mad. Listen,
We
have you-
need to watch it again.
You need to watch Ginny and Georgia. They like do all these throwbacks to all these old shows.
Oh.
It's on
Well, look,
Netflix right now.
and they're nasty to Taylor Swift, and she didn't appreciate it.
Oh, I'm here
Oh,
for that.
yeah,
I'm here to be
they've
nasty to
been in a
Taylor
lot of
Swift. I'm
trouble.
ready.
Like,
They were in a lot of trouble,
They said
and you
some
don't want
shit
to.
about Lady Gaga.
You don't want to
Uh,
piss off Taylor Swift because she will sue your eyelashes
She
off.
is more
will
money than
look at-
God.
She is the most overrated artist, I think, ever.
But she's a
I'm
lady
gonna-
boss, and I appreciate that.
I'm gonna
I
disagree
appreciate
with
her
you.
hustle, but I think she is overrated.
Look, don't get Vera started on Madonna again.
She writes her own shit.
I can write my own shit too. Exactly.
There are. So
Are you ready
many
for this
pop
one?
stars Who cannot write their own shit.
I know, but I think Britney Spears knows she's not a singer, right? She's an entertainer. right?
Yes.
Like
Madonna doesn't know she can't sing.
Well, Madonna's an idiot. I mean, that's
Madonna doesn't know a lot. Madonna
Everybody
doesn't know a
knows
lot
that.
of things these days, but that's okay.
She never has. She's always
If
just.
She
I
doesn't
was-
like hydrangeas.
She's
Okay?
If I was
reductive.
that
Oh,
rich,
that bitch
if I was
pissed me
that
off.
rich, I would
Vera,
be the biggest tea next Tuesday in the world as well. I'd be like, aha! Fuck everyone!
I got
Like,
mad
is this-
respect for Taylor.
Is this just like a gay like requisite you have to like Madonna? Like it doesn't matter if you don't actually like her, you just have to like, listen to her?
I'm
like
not
her.
a Madonna. I have bitched about Madge many a time.
I
Vera's
like
the biggest hag in the world. Like,
old
Okay.
Madonna music, but I don't like her as a person. I think she's a rotted human.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like you just like the
I'm on
music.
Jeff's page.
I
I
think
think
she's
I like the
an
Blonde
entertainer.
Ambition era,
Yeah,
but
the
I
early
don't-
'90s.
I
I
think
think
she's
I-
a terrible person.
where do you, Luke enjoys the Blonde Ambition era. Surprise, surprise. Go back and look at some of the old UCR videos and he's fucking transparent. But that's okay.
I think I lost track of Madonna at that erotica stage. I think I was like, yeah, well,
Ooh.
that's
Oh my
enough for
God.
me.
Good.
Oh, it
It's
was
just so
Frozen.
trash.
Frozen did it for me. I was like, what is this shit?
Yeah, I kind of liked that song though.
No.
I was
No.
into it. And Ray of Light.
And then music.
Oh, that was
Oh,
terrible.
Oh my god.
That was awful. And
And
that
then what the fuck was that music video where she's in the pink leotard? What song was that?
oh, that was
She
hung
looked
up. That was hung up. That was hung up.
I like that too.
that you say I do.
like she
I-
needs to
I don't-
stop
I
writing
liked
her
it.
own music.
Where's
And
where's
then whoever that monk was that taught her to not sing out of her fucking nose ruined her.
where is Billy? Billy can tell us all about Madonna. Where is that boy?
All right. So before we jump, look, speak- different tastes for different people. But are you going to join this woman who feels outraged and discriminated by KFC for lack of meat-free options?
Does she walk
I'm
into Pet
sorry.
Depot and get mad because they don't serve human food?
It's
Give
like
me a
going.
break.
It's like
Just
going
fucking
to
bullshit.
a lesbian
Absolutely.
bar and expecting a hot load of cock. It's just not gonna happen.
He really just said that.
He
It's
did.
not gonna happen. It's uncensored radio.
Oh,
No, that's a bad angle, Jeff. That's a bad angle.
Jesus is coming for you after that comment.
Come for Jeff. That's the problem. Come for Jeff at a very
I'm
bad
sorry.
angle. All right.
and I'm over here ducking, afraid of this camera, and I'm like going right
And you're
to that one. Hey boys, I'm single and ready to mingle. You want to
Like
come
Abby
over
Lee
and
Miller.
taste my penis? Come over and
Jeff,
slide.
is there a meat-free option?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Well, you one up on KFC.
Fuck her.
Oh, Jesus.
These nuts.
What if you've got a nut allergy, though?
We've killed Katie McCarthy.
By God.
She muted herself. She can't handle it.
Oh, she's forgotten what it's like to be with us, obviously. Oh,
Listen,
dear.
it's not my fault. The internet and podunk shit.
She's got into anaphylaxis. Look.
I was in a bar where they allow smoking. Do you understand what I'm telling you? We haven't been able to smoke in a bar in 20 years in New York. Over 20 years.
Evil times. Evil times.
middle
But
of
do you know what was
fucking
good
nowhere.
times? Do you know what's good times that we have coming up?
Oh, boy.
Our chat with the lovely Dagny Kerr.
Dagny!
Now, that was
Yay!
good
That
time.
was a good time. That was fun.
That was a good time. She's coming up April 6th, I believe, in the States.
Yes.
Yes.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
April
Tuesday,
6th.
Tuesday night.
It's gonna be
It
re-
is
it's called
Tuesday.
yeah. If you like Dagny, or if you have no clue who Dagny is, if you
Which I
like,
probably won't.
it's worth watching, and you will know her because
It's
she's been
fun,
in about
yeah.
750,000
She
shows.
has been in everything.
Yeah.
That's
She's
impressive.
had
Worked with
minor
everyone.
character
She had a
arcs in
story
almost
about
every
everyone.
series.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I watched
She
her on
got-
ER the other day, and Angela Bassett did save her baby.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
that's good.
God!
That's
Yeah,
good.
she saved
That's
the
true.
baby.
Well, thank God.
Thank God.
All you cared about is that she worked with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Be serious.
That's
Which I
how
don't know
we
why you
found
just
her.
don't ask her to come on. It's not like she's got a busy fucking schedule.
Oh, damn.
Um,
She's got money though. She don't care about us.
No, she doesn't.
She does. She got money from that cake or whatever she does.
She does a cake, Bubs.
She
She's
got
making
cake or
cakes.
food or whatever she does. She got money.
Her
She don't
husband,
need
and
us.
she wrote a cookbook.
Yeah.
Freddie
Hello,
Prinze
because she
Jr. is
needed
not
money.
doing shit, Vera. The man was
He's
doing
on-
WWE for a little bit.
He was on
He's
Wrote a
on Punky
cookbook.
Brewster.
He's been out
exactly
forever.
because he needed the money.
Thank you.
All
I still
right.
love
They
you,
live in
Freddie,
New
but I'm just saying.
Mexico. They can live pretty cheap in New Mexico.
Guys, I'm glad that we've had a good time because
You're about to drag the whole mood down,
Okay,
aren't
I
you?
have to tap out here. So this is where I have to tap. So I'm going to miss
Alright.
all the hard, heavy stuff.
Oh,
That's
great.
alright.
After you just gave me a freaking heart attack, now you're going to
Wait,
dear.
I'll do the first one. Let's do the first
No, no.
story. Let's do the.
Well,
No,
we've
I'll do
done
the
the
first.
stories, Bubs. We're going into the
Oh.
from here. So if you're going to tap out,
Oh.
now's the time.
I'm tapping, kids. I'm so
Alright, he's
sorry.
tapping.
But next Friday, I
tapping
will
out
be
to
on
dab out.
for the full hour.
Bye,
Thanks.
Luke.
Bye,
Hey, boy.
Lukey.
All right. So as I said, the fun times are kind of over because we're
great.
about to go into something quite heavy for this week's topic on a segment I like to call the view here. Getting
How many
quietly
weeks-
getting
how many
quietly
weeks
confident. Yeah. Well, look, we're in double digits nearly. Like, come on.
Yeah, you're
But
fine.
so we've had, well, you guys have had some quite shocking times over the last couple of days. But I don't know if you are desensitized to it.
no, no.
Shocking is
More than you're over 100 mass shootings in 2021 already, and it's the end of March.
Hold on, Vera.
So-
Let me cut in for you. Oh, I haven't heard about any of those other shootings.
My question for you today is the interpretation of the Second Amendment an excuse for violence?
The excuse for violence is toxic masculinity. Fragile
Okay,
male
so
ego,
before we get
energy.
before we get into it, let's break it down for semantics and all that kind of thing. Who wants to read the Second Amendment, kids? Because you're American. Hold on, I'll move that other banner so you can read it
I'll
all the way
read
through.
it.
Go, Vera.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Okay, wonderful. So that basically means everyone can have a gun, is what everyone's saying.
That basically
Now, yeah, wait. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're also going to look up the word meaning of the word militia.
A regulated military group comprised of common citizens as opposed to professional soldiers, a
Now,
citizen army.
Let's go back to third or fourth grade.
Okay.
Can we find the two matching words in those statements? They both start with R and end with D.
Regulated.
Correctamundo.
Regulated.
That's my point. But anyway,
That's always been my point.
So
You know
you want to
what?
start us off then?
Absolutely.
Go,
If
Vera.
you need a fucking gun to go to Starbucks, you are packing a tiny dick. Fuck you. Why do you know the good guy with a gun? Are you going to try and sell us this myth again? The good guy with a gun is dead. He was shot in Colorado Springs. The police officer that went in to save the day. He's fucking dead.
You're not wrong.
I'm not.
You're
It's
not
horrible.
wrong.
It's horrible, but it's just well. I mean, but maybe if there was more citizens with guns, they could have helped him.
No.
Isn't the problem
They
that
haven't. None of the good guys with the gun have ever come out except for the one shooter in church.
The one
And
church.
who the fuck is so terrified of life they bring a motherfucking gun to church?
Well, I can understand it.
I
And
just don't. I
just gonna
couldn't
take it.
even fathom, right?
I'm not trying
out.
to go to a movie theater.
But I couldn't
I
imagine
go to
like
movie theaters all
trying
the
to
time.
live my everyday life
I live
with
my
the
everyday
thought
life.
that any second of the day, some rando could just walk in and wipe out not only you,
I
but
am
your
not
children,
afraid to die.
your spouse, all that kind of stuff. Katie,
I'm not afraid to die. Go ahead,
Katie.
Katie. Sorry.
My uterus is better regulated than the gun control laws.
this is correct.
So is my motherfucking car.
Oh, But
Well, listen, in Colorado, it's an open carry state. Denver generally prohibits open carry. No one in Colorado may possess a machine gun, short shotgun, or short rifle. And Denver has a ban on assault rifles.
And the state of Colorado passed a law that said all those municipality laws are irrelevant and unenforceable. So Denver laws don't make any difference.
And then in Atlanta, the guy bought the gun the same day and passed an instant background check.
That's going to get me even more fired up.
That was actually the note there that, women really do. They have to wait in Georgia. They have to wait 24 hours to terminate a pregnancy, but you could buy a gun on the spot.
Yep,
and
actually,
they said he was having a bad day.
Yep. Actually, that law about women waiting 24 hours for abortions, that's common through a lot of states. In some states, they make these women have ultrasounds and hear the heartbeat before they make a decision. They don't care that these women have been traumatized maybe by incest or rape. Or any of the above, or maybe they're just not ready to have children. It's not your fucking business why they're going to get the abortion. But the fact of the matter is, my uterus, everyone's uterus, everyone with a uterus has more restrictions on it than gun owners. Period.
I'm right there with
Katie,
you.
I'm sorry to bring it there, but you just said uterus and period together.
I thought of that too. That was my little damn it.
Just to bring it back to a UCR level. But
I thought about that too.
Okay, I have to ask a question because I've been there as a tourist many times. But is it especially for you guys with kids, is that a constant thought?
Yeah.
Especially when you were sending them to school and going,
Never.
I might not see you again.
It's always in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go, I always look for all the exits. I mean, I've done this for years just because I was always a very nervous kind of bitch. If I like to sit near an exit if I'm in the movies. I always am planning, if I'm in a big hospital, I went with the cat lady to the VA and I'm like, okay, where can I go? Something I'm a planner. Nah, bitch.
But is that a way to live in the the land home of the
Here's
free?
This is where I disagree with
Land of the brave,
I don't
home of the
think
free.
this is a fucking gun issue. I think
I'm
this is
so
a
brave,
mental
I can't get a coffee without
health
an AR-15
problem. We have crazy people.
Crazy.
Normal people don't do this shit.
Normal people don't shoot up movie theaters. But this is the red herring. It's all those mental health professionals failed us. Yes, you can't be a sane person and shoot up a movie theater. But the people that are seeking mental health therapies are not the people
ones
that
are
are
going to be
shooting up movie theaters.
Look at
you look at those kids from Columbine. The parents knew something was wrong, but nobody did anything.
They failed.
This is the problem across the board.
It's Marilyn
we have
Manson's
people
fault.
Mental health is a fucking crisis in this country, and nobody's doing a fucking thing. Nobody.
Because they're too worried about them taking. They're too worried about taking my guns. You can't take my guns.
I'm sorry, but a gun doesn't fucking kill anybody. A person pulled the trigger. Let's deal with the real problem.
Exactly, but a knife doesn't stab someone without someone behind it either.
Trigger, having immediate access to a gun is the problem.
It's the access that's the problem. Yes.
Instead of addressing the problem that's going on here, which is, the mental health crisis and we need common sense gun control laws. The fact of the matter is they'd rather make 3-year-olds do active shooter drills in school than address this problem.
I'm not saying that I'm not for gun control. I think it should be stricter. I think we should look at people's mental health. But how many times has it been the person got it from a relative or they legally had a gun? They're just
yes.
nuts.
How many of them? Most of them have had their guns legally. Most of them. Where they don't have mass
what
shooters?
is it gonna matter?
Australia. Where they don't have mass shooters?
They had one last year.
Britain. They had
it wasn't technically.
Look,
we had.
Yeah, but are they pumping all the people full with all the poison that's in our food and all the fucking psychotic drugs we're shoving down everybody's throats?
Pretty much. But the fact that
Thank you.
Look, Port Arthur was the biggest wake up call Australia needed, and it's not happening. And it wasn't even happening every day between. Like, how many lives does it take? Who has to die for us to go? Oh, that's an issue.
24 8-year-olds were shot in Sandy Hook.
That was a hoax, and you know it was a hoax.
Oh. All right,
God.
Stephanie,
Did
calm
you
down.
pull any of those graphs? Because what was the shooting deaths?
The shooting deaths are up there.
19,000. It was like 20,000 or whatever for 2020. But meanwhile, in March 2019 to 2020, we've had 75,000 overdose.
Yeah, but we're not talking about
We're not
talking about
that.
It's
fucking relevant.
I know it's
people
relevant.
People are dying because we don't give a fuck about people's mental health.
Gun
They're getting addicted to
has
shit.
overtaken pancreatic cancer. People
But
die
again,
from gun
they're
violence.
gonna fucking get it on the street just like people buying drugs. We're not gonna stop
No,
it.
Jeffrey, if you have a ban on AR-15 for civil, it works. We have all these other countries who have these bans. They fucking work. The
And
United
then
States is the
when we
most
have to go and do something about our government because they're so fucked up and we don't know what's gonna happen next year, what are we gonna do?
motherfucking vote. That's our right.
That's
That's
where
what
we're
we need
at.
to
This
do.
motherfucker
Because that
hasn't
Capitol
done
raid went
anything.
so well, Jeff. That
Yes,
Capitol
because
raid
all
went
those
super
capitals.
well.
But to be honest, they didn't shoot anybody.
That's true. They did it non-violently, and that's the only credit
No, they
I'm
did
going to
it
give them.
violently. They
Yeah, it
just
was
didn't
violent.
shoot anybody.
They were well, someone got shot, but you know.
It was
Non-violent.
And again, I'm all like stricter gun laws. Totally. I'm for it. I think there should be a waiting period. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying we're fucking ignoring the real goddamn problem in this country.
No, the access to guns is the real goddamn problem.
I don't
Anything
agree.
else is a
In
red
this, all right, no,
Hold on.
I'm gonna whoop it in here. Okay, Jeff is correct, and Vera is correct, but
And
they
can I
are
say
two
that?
diverging issues. Yeah?
Right there. That's what I was just saying. You
The
can
question
care
I'm
about.
asking today is about the Second Amendment. It's not about mental health. It is about violence and guns combined. Now, if you restrict the access to firearms, there is proof not only in Australia and other countries that it does work. Yes, there was still a siege in Sydney in the late 2000s, but it was the only ones we've had, and we had 3 people unfortunately be killed. But it's not an everyday occurrence. It's not something you have to raise your children to fear. It's not something that you need to be omnipresent and consistently worried about here. And I think that if you take, it's like trying to make a bomb. If you don't have the right ingredients, it doesn't blow up.
How about the terrorist at Virginia who had a knife? He attacked 11 people. No one fucking died.
Maybe he just doesn't know. He don't know how to stab people. Sorry.
So,
Okay. How many?
My turn. So, to address both of you children, you can care about more than one issue. You can absolutely care about more than one issue. It doesn't make one more important than the other. They're both very important. And the way I've always said it was that if you're a responsible gun owner, you would pass all these background checks. What are you so worried about here?
Exactly.
Right.
Now you may go back to arguing.
I'm a mental health professional. I see this population every day. I have more intimate knowledge of the mentally ill than any of the 4 of us. Okay? It's not just a mental health problem. Access to guns is the #1 problem in gun violence.
As a mentally ill person, how dare you?
You don't know what goes on inside my head.
Look as a dad of kids that was adopted and trying to find mental health for children, and then all of the shit that I went
That's a
through,
completely
it's not
separate
fucking
issue.
available. And there isn't anybody there that can handle these fucking kids. So it sucks. If you go to another country where fucking health insurance regulated, you don't have to deal with this shit.
See, now
you
you're
know
getting a whole
That's
other
a total
issue.
lizard.
That's a total
You know what?
issue.
Do you know what I think would help us all is a bit of officially sanctioned violence, and I think that you guys should have these freely available in every town square.
Oh, we're having a purge.
A Texas museum has removed a wax figure of 45 because visitors kept punching it.
See,
I think that's amazing.
That's amazing. That is amazing. And
I have never gone to a wax museum because I think it's kind of creepy. But if I'd known that was available, I'd have been punching the shit out of it.
there was a joke going around that we could like pay off the debt if we just like charged $1 for everyone to punch Mitch McConnell in the balls or something.
They were talking about putting the Trump statue, the wax statues, so people could go punch it and we could pay out. Yeah, I think it's true.
I would do it. I would do it. I would also punch Mitch McConnell. So
you get like just one of those. Remember the old mannequin, like the boxing mannequins that kind of looked human, the rubbery ones.
Yeah,
just put them out, and maybe that's how people get their rage out. Like, just put them on every couple of street corners, give them a little gung, and then you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, Vera's gone through a few of them, so she needs the real thing at this point. She's done.
Look, we're going to find out what Vera needs right now because we are up to a section of the show that is called Vera Vents. Ooh. All right,
Vera,
get
what's the vent this week?
steamed up. Here she goes.
This is actually going to be a little serious and a little less angry. I am very sad today.
Oh.
Today, I left the Republican Party.
Woo!
I've told all you guys a billion times that I was a registered Republican. Today, I just said, in light of the unregulated access to guns, in light of the 106 voter suppression laws going on now, I have decided that the Republican Party is too far gone. They are corrupt, they are anti-democracy, and I can't be a part of it anymore. So I have left the Republican Party. I'm now a member of the Working Families Party, and I'm kind of sad about it because when I was 18 and idealistic, I joined the party because they were the party of conservative values. And they were the party of fiscal responsibility. And, I just can't do it anymore. So I'm kind of sad and kind of glad. But I wanted to share that with you. Kat has suspected all along that it was not true that I was a Republican. Kat is now right. I am no longer a Republican.
There we go. You heard it here, Jeff. We're back on camera.
I'm trying to fix I can't.
So
shit is broke.
Shit is broke, just like your country, girl. But it's all good.
I know.
But that's a big thing, Vera. So
it is a big thing. I've been sad about it all day long.
I
really felt that voting in the primary, it was my job to stay in the party and move the party back to center. And I've decided it's unfixable.
That's not your job, baby. That's not your job.
Well, I finally figured that out.
Oh,
I'm sorry you're sad, but I'm so happy you're not anymore.
Do you know what is our job, guys?
I hate them all.
Next week, we are going to have a little online party to celebrate our 1-year anniversary of being on video. So if you want to join us, bring a drink, bring whatever. It's going to probably get a bit looser than today. Probably won't be as serious.
We're
going
to put the link in the chat room and let people just click in and join us.
Yeah, we might as well have some well wishes.
Somebody better show us their dick.
Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper.
I'll have to find out where it is. I think I have.
That's going to be Vera. Vera's going to just get looser.
I think Steve should have to do the Rhythm Nation dance.
I think Steve should teach me this, and I think we should perform it for the party.
I think that we might never see Denise Richards again. But you know what?
I hate your whole life.
You love me. That's why you want me around. But we've got a little surprise also coming next week, which I will not say too much about. But if you are a fan of uncensored horror, there might be something coming for you. And we've also just secured another little interview, which, again, if you're a fan of Aussie pop music, you might want to tune in when we announce who
right,
that
yeah.
is.
That's
It's gonna be so. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't even. So we will hopefully have Katie Underwood back next week because she's been busy like healing everyone's souls, including Jeff's.
Am I not good enough? Is this
I'm just
Katie
talking
not
to the people. No, I'm just talking to the people that
we have
go,
a
we like our
bona
celebrities.
celebrity Katie now who was on Pop Stars in 2000.
Excuse me, I am a celebrity around here.
And then hopefully we'll see Katrina A. Johnson from Nickelodeon's All That also recently featured on TMZ sometime soon. But we are sending you love, Katrina. So
yeah, I think she's
Miss you,
gonna be back
Katrina.
next week.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Get
So
well soon, honey.
shit's gonna get real, I'm sure, when she's back. So
I keep telling her to stop swallowing so much cum. You know what I mean?
Well
like
then,
she needs that Drano thing, that snake down. She needs a roto-rooter down the throat. Well, look, who doesn't? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next week for our first birthday party. Bye.
bye.
I'd like to take this moment to announce that I have also joined the Party with Your Pants Off party. Goodbye.